Every week, Sergeant Manny Malgore takes his unit for a run along Miami's famous South Beach.
Physical fitness is the meat and potatoes. Building searches, tactics, shooting, and physical fitness is the meat and potatoes of SRT. I've known the bulk of these guys for at least 8 to 10 years, who work together every day. In some circumstances, we're closer than I am with some of my family members. So I would definitely put my life on the line for any one of these guys.
As a team leader, my main responsibility is the safety of the guys. The most important thing is that we all go home to our families at the end of the day, no matter what we face.
The Special Response Team undertake over 300 highly dangerous warrants every year.
Beautiful.
Manny's unit gets ready for their first of the day.
You know, before a warrant, before a call out, stuff like that, it's all jokes, and we make light of situations because it's important. That's part of the job. It's part of not taking it that serious. However, when the bell rings, when it's time to go to work, then it's all business.
This is the front door to the structure. This is the side door to the structure. They made the buy out of the side.
Whilst Manny's team make their final preparations for a narcotics search warrant, they are notified of an emergency and the warrant is put on hold.
And you guys haven't been able to make contact with anybody inside?
Hey, listen up. For right now, the warrant's on standby. Do me a favor, make sure you got everything you're gonna need for a call out, and let's load up in the truck in the Bearcat. All right, SRT, let's go, let's get rolling.
LT, what's the exact address? 9543 Little River Boulevard.
Emergency situations are the most dangerous for SRT, as they have little intelligence to work with.
This one, we don't really know what we have right now. They heard a loud argument, like a domestic dispute, and a couple of shots fired. The uniform units responded and didn't get any answer at the door. I think they tried to make phone contact, and the first time they called, someone picked up and hung up the phone, and they haven't gotten any answer since then, so they don't really know what we have yet.
When Manny arrives at the scene, he discovers from uniformed officers that there's been a domestic dispute between a mother and her son.
The concern is that he's not answering the home phone nor his cell phone, and there were still 2 shots fired. We're positive that they came from inside that house.
That's what the neighbor said, because he was actually listening to the argument outside of his window. The neighbor on the north side.
We may need to go immediate.
Where's the, do they have weapons in the house?
The other neighbors are saying that this house is known to have drug users, and they always threaten people with weapons or making threats that they're going to shoot people. And that was it. But
As gunshots have been fired, SRT must work quickly.
Just for information, I need everybody to set up as quickly as possible. We might have to go to immediate entry, all right?
Manny's unit take immediate control of the scene, as only SRT have the training, experience and equipment needed for situations like this.
See the house with the concrete splattered on the side? Yeah, that's our house.
SRT snipers form a perimeter around the house. All windows are now covered, so that any movement within will be radioed to Manny.
I got gas in the front on the one side with me, which is Caceres and Roman, and I got the entry team ready to go.
Okay, and these guys are en route?
OC is the sniper on the one side. So the only thing we're waiting on now is additional snipers. I need you to pull up on the 1-4 corner, all right? 1-4 corner. Not too close to the house, but so we can get some points on there. Pull it up, pull it up.
Using the protection of their armored Bearcat vehicle, SRT move closer to the barricaded suspect's house. At the appropriate time, the team can then storm the house quickly.
Entry team's in position with the Bearcat on the 1-4 corner. You want me to attempt to make contact via the PA?
Normally, SRT would have to wait for trained negotiators to make contact with the suspect. But as gunshots have been fired, the units have no time to lose. Manny must do the negotiating himself.
Clarence, this is Miami-Dade Police Department. We need to make sure you're all right. I need you to come out to the front door now. Clarence, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. We need to talk to you. I need to make sure you're all right.
We're not going anywhere until we find out whether you're all right or not. Come to the front door. I need to make sure that you're all right. Clarence, it's the Miami-Dade Police Department. Get back on the phone. We need to find out if you're all right. We're not going anywhere until we find out whether you're all right or not. Get on the phone.
Manny's negotiations seem to have worked.
Heads up.
Suddenly, the suspect surrenders.
Subject 7. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, don't approach him. Hey.
Back up.
Back up. Come to me. Walk to me. Walk to me. Yeah, stand by. You guys got him. Right here, on my left side. Right here, left side. This way. This side.
Who else is in the house?
Who else is in the house? Move to the one corner.
Other suspects could still be at large, so SRT must search and secure the property.
All right, entry team on the one side. Entry team on the one side on me. Stand by, stand by. All right, we're making entry, stand by.
The house is empty. SRT then discover that the barricaded suspect was hiding in the loft until he fell through.
All right, let's go, let's go.
The suspect is later committed for psychological assessment. The special response team have a new recruit. The rookie, Dave Rivera, must be at SRT headquarters for 7 a.m. to prepare the team's kit for the day's warrants.
I come to the office today by myself to come pick up the truck. Since I'm the low man on the totem pole, I always get the worst jobs. But you know what? It's all worth it to work my way up to the top. It's my job to make sure that everything in this truck is functioning properly. It's where it's supposed to be and fully charged and ready to go. But on top of that, to make sure that these guys trust me so that we can go into any situation and they don't have to worry one bit.
Dave recently graduated from SRT's training academy.
SRT 47, 8 days in, we're only 9.
Selection is stiff. The candidate must come through some of the most physically and mentally demanding training they will ever encounter.
It's extremely challenging, both mentally and physically. If you're able to withstand, somebody getting in your face and yelling at you, having you run up and down the range, climb up a berm, come back and shoot under pressure and all that, none of that can replicate to what you're going to experience on an actual call out.
Yeah, look at him. I want to see the light on the side. Yeah. I see the light. Yeah, I got the light. I got the light. Yeah.
We're trying to get into their heads. We're trying to put as much stress and pressure on them as humanly possible to see if they break. And obviously, if they break, then they're not the right person for the job.
Only the top 1% of the police force make it through this 3-week intensive test of endurance, stamina, and self-discipline.
Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. All right, baby. Yes. Good job, David. Good job.
Having graduated from SRT school top of his class, Dave now has a 3-month trial with this elite unit. His journey to this stage has been more difficult than most.
Sometimes it's sort of funny because I think about where I've come from, and I've always had a good family relationship, been able to go to good schools, get good education, but I was always considered a big nerd. I had glasses, I was overweight, and I don't know what happened to me, but something just clicked inside of me when I was in college, and I just knew that I had to get in shape and get mentally prepared and change a little bit, because I hate being always known as a nerd.
As Dave grew up, he was constantly bullied for being overweight. By the time he graduated from college, he was over 20 stone. He then decided it was time to change.
I was approximately 285 pounds, and now about 190, 195, right in that area. I really think it was the desire to be within an elite unit and that desire to want to just excel.
This morning, Dave has been instructed to join an SRT unit on a narcotics search warrant.
Mr. Rivera will be driving the truck.
Being the rookie, he's been given the job with the least risk.
All right, guys, any questions? Let's go.
As the truck driver, Dave's responsible for transporting the unit to a changeover point close to the target.
Usually what we'll do is we'll drive to a certain point and deploy our guys from the truck over to the armored vehicle. And then it's time to rock and roll.
Do you wish one day soon that you're going to be with those guys riding on the Bearcat?
Absolutely, absolutely. Everybody has a job to do. Some guys work entry, some guys work perimeter, but the job to have is always on an entry team. I'd love to be riding with those guys one day, but since I'm the new guy, you got to start at the bottom and make sure that you don't mess up, because everybody's always watching you.
What's going through your mind right now?
I have to make sure I don't get any tunnel vision, make sure I keep my field of view open. Okay, we're going to be making the turn right here. It's going to be a second structure on the driver hand side.
Get on the ground, get on the ground, everybody on the ground, get on the ground. Get down, let me see your hands.
Whilst the entry team storms the house, the rookie takes his post on the perimeter to assist detaining the suspected drug dealers.
Stay quiet.
Hands on top of your head.
Hold right there, hold right there. We got an elderly female coming out here, guys.
It's okay, man. We have a search warrant. It's the police.
There's no dope in that house, sir. I swear to God, there's no dope in that house, sir.
Drugs, needles, guns.
Out of prison, sir.
I see you're doing really good for yourself.
Yes, sir.
One of the detained suspects tries to get rid of vital evidence until he's spotted.
See the blue baggie?
Breathe, ma.
That's the guy in the red shirt.
The red shirt?
Yeah.
Breathe, ma.
Shh, listen, relax. That's why we're here. You need to tell your boys out here not to be doing this in front of your house.
While the detectives are still continuing their search, this is what they found so far. They found a 25 caliber firearm. It still hasn't been made safe, so we don't want to handle it. And they also found some cocaine and baggies along with that, a little bit of marijuana. And it just goes to show, wherever there's drugs, there's usually guns. Even if there weren't any drugs in the house, it's good to know that we're getting another gun off the streets of Miami-Dade County.
The suspects are charged with drug offences and possession of illegal firearms. After 1 month of his trial, Dave the rookie is on track to becoming a fully fledged member of SRT.
As far as the newbie officer Rivera, he's coming along very well, and as a matter of fact, I think he's exceeding the expectations of where he should be at this level.
Oh, hey.
I speak the truth. I speak the truth.
Jiu-jitsu is the chosen martial art for many of Miami-Dade's police officers if they are caught in a street fight.
Make sure you line up the elbow with the chin. Work it, walk it, yeah, walk it up. Yeah, there you go. But it's better if you're choking with this arm, it's better if you fall to that side. It's gonna be, lay down, yeah.
Having patrolled Miami's meanest streets for the last 19 years, Sergeant Jose Gonzalez, nicknamed Gonzo, has often found himself in hand-to-hand combat situations.
Well, we do a lot of ground fighting because a lot of subjects are aggressive and combative. And for our defense, we apply certain techniques. Like right now, we're training in Gracie Jiu-jitsu. The Gracie Jiu-jitsu is going to help us when we get into a fight with a combative subject. It's going to at least allow us to subdue him till our backup gets there. You know, it allows us to get the upper hand. And that way we don't get hurt and we go home safe at the end of the day.
Jiu-jitsu is designed for real situations, not for sport, not for tournament. The style of Gracie Jiu-jitsu that we teach is designed for the street. And statistics demonstrate that most real street fights end up on the floor. Now, let me make this very clear. The last place that a law enforcement officer wants to be is rolling on the ground with somebody.
Nice and tight.
After a 2-hour jiu-jitsu training session, Gonzo is ready to hit the streets. He's currently with a unit called Miami-Dade's RID Department, short for Robbery Intervention Detail.
Today we're in the back of Northside District. We're going to be working a RID operation here. There's always been a challenging district as far as high crimes concerned. Violent crimes are committed here, homicides, robbery. I'm going to deploy the guys into certain areas that are targeted, and we're going to go out there and catch some bad guys.
In 2 months' time, Gonzo will be leaving RID to join SRT. Both jobs are extremely dangerous, but they do have their differences.
SRT is definitely a very elite unit, okay? They have a very hard job. They're gonna respond to a call where they already know more or less what they got, you know? In RID, it's a little more different. Our things happen on the fly, okay? We come out to an area, we patrol. You might have a shootout happen in front of you. You could be at the moment where you see a robbery go down right in front of you while you're targeting robbers. Carjacking vehicle pulls out in front of you, okay? So a lot of those things are sporadic, unplanned, okay, unpredictable. So our job in that sense could be a little more dangerous in its own different way.
Gonzo's unpredictable job becomes immediately apparent. He's informed over the radio of a nearby shooting.
I'll go into a call of a shooting in the city of Miami at Washington Mutual Bank. It's a possible bank robbery where somebody was shot. So we're heading over there now.
An argument between two customers in a bank queue has spilled out into the car park, where one pulled out a gun and shot the other.
Anything we can help you guys with? You guys okay?
we got the offender already.
Good.
So,
okay.
From what I'm understanding, somebody jumped in front of somebody else's line and they didn't like it.
Wow.
So this is
how you like that, huh?
In a critical condition, the victim is rushed to hospital. He later recovers, but the gunman is charged with attempted murder. These kinds of situations are a daily occurrence for Gonzo, but after serving almost 2 decades on the streets of Miami, he now believes it's time to join SRT.
I'm doing this for a long time. I got a lot more experience now, I'm a lot wiser. I just finished an SRT school, got a lot of great training. You know, it's something that I always wanted to do, and I'm just getting ready to make that move to the next step.
It's not long before Gonzo gets his next call.
Okay, direction of travel, nothing, huh? Right up the corner over here, they're going to a shooting at the gas station.
That's all I have so far. When did this happen?
It just occurred right now. It's going to be up here on your right, the BP gas station.
A man has been robbed at a BP garage, and in an unusual twist, the victim has shot the robber whilst he tried to get away.
That's going to be the subject in this truck that just crashed right here that got shot. Hey, that the subject that got shot?
What happened was he said he got 29 and he shot the guy. This guy 29, this guy's fruit truck. He's in my back seat.
Okay, good. Right now we're trying to find out. We're trying to find out where the scene was where the actual shooting took place. But they have the victim in one of the police cars. Apparently this guy robbed him, and I guess he was trying to get away, and the victim ended up shooting him. And then the rescue's working on him.
The robber pays the ultimate price for his crime and later dies in hospital. And for taking the law into his own hands, the gunman is later charged with murder. The following day, the rookie Dave Rivera continues his training with Unit 30, led by Sergeant Manny Malgore, a renowned hard taskmaster.
Today we're doing 3 back-to-back warrants, and as a new guy I have an internship basically with each of the 3 teams that we have, and today I'm doing it with Sergeant Malgore's squad. Sergeant Malgore is definitely a difficult guy to please, but I know that as long as you do a good job, he'll take care of you. He's a good guy.
But the rookie's training day has already got off to a bad start. Instead of fraternizing with Manny's team, he's been with Unit 20.
I went to go eat without my team, and I know that was a wrong thing to do. I got caught up doing something else after a warrant, and I made the mistake of not trying to include myself with the team. So I think today I'm going to have a little bit of punishment.
When you had dinner with 20 yesterday, at any point during that conversation, did somebody from 20 ask you, hey, what are you doing here? And you said, well, my unit number is 20, whatever it is?
No, I said that.
You did say that. Whoa. Can you pick up your glasses?
I think I'm gonna lie to you.
Shit, bird stuff. You did say that.
Hey, Sarge.
You said don't lie.
But you don't like to eat with the 30 guys? Or what's the problem? Or were the 20 guys eating at a nicer place? What's the issue? Right now, the guys just don't trust them. The bulk of our group, of our unit, has been working together for 8 to 10 years. So, you know, we go to family functions together. We have dinner together. We run together. We train together. We cry together. We bleed together, unfortunately. Apple! Bro. I'll tell you what, why don't you get a copy of this, autograph it, and give it to the Rook? He's the new guy. He's the outsider, so he's got to prove himself. Gonna be serving a narcotic search warrant today. Unknown numerical address, there being a single-story, single-family structure.
The rookie, Dave Rivera, has been seconded to Unit 30 for a training day. Over the past month, the team leader, Sergeant Manny Malgore, has taken every opportunity to examine him under pressure.
Before we get started on the briefing, though, in keeping with tradition, David Rivera, come on up here.
At the start of each warrant, he's been forced to introduce himself to the team, again and again.
Before we get to that, Rivera, step on up, please. Rook, come on up here. Guys, this is Dave Rivera. He just came over to the unit a couple of weeks ago. We got a new guy, Rook.
Dave Rivera, been an officer for 4 years, 26 years old. Dave Rivera, I'm 26 years old. My sign is a Cancer. I went to the University of Miami, graduated with a Bachelor's of Business Administration.
What are you doing with us geeks, huh?
I like movies, I like running, I like exercising.
Where do you live?
With my mom. Yeah. Ooh, and I drive a Mini Cooper.
Oh, my Lord. You can tell he's all about the action.
What does your girlfriend do for a living?
She works at a waxing place.
Your intro last time was a lot better. A lot better. Come on. Structure is gray in color with gray, white, and pink colored trim and a light colored roof.
Surviving another grilling from his boss, Dave and his team get down to the business of the first warrant of the day. With all eyes on the rookie, Dave will be feeling the heat more than any other officer in the unit.
Again, Rivera's driving the Bearcat, Ferguson's driving the SRT truck, Roman, Casada, and OC have the rear perimeter.
Further increasing the pressure on the rookie, Sergeant Malgore instructs him to drive the Bearcat, the armoured troop-carrying vehicle that leads the convoy and will be first to hit the target. It's essential that Dave pays attention to the route.
183 Street. On 183 Street, we're going to make a right going westbound to 32 Avenue. On 171 Terrace, we're going to make that right. It's going to be on the passenger side. Any questions? Anybody have any questions? All right, good. We're just waiting on rescue to get here.
How do you feel?
As I get older,
What's for your mind?
Nothing, just make sure I remember the route. And I need to make sure that when I'm driving, I don't drive too erratically, because will have people on the sides holding on to make sure they get there safely.
Rook, hold up here so they can so we can line them up. This is good right here. All right, westbound 183 Street for 27.
The arresting convoy is often 20 vehicles long, made up of undercover cops, narcotics detectives, paramedics, and SRT. One mistake from the rookie could jeopardize the entire operation.
Rook, about 173, pull over. Actually, don't pull over, just stop in the street.
Good job, baby. Good job, Dave. Good job, Rook. Nice and smooth.
Quarter mile.
Right now they're going from the truck onto the Bearcat. It's going to be a short little ride over to the house.
Dave has overshot the turning
shit.
and slams on the brakes.
The rookie almost passed his turn.
He manages to recover And the warrant continues.
Opens in, let's go. Bring the tools up. Police search warrant! Search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant!
Dave must quickly put his rookie mistake behind him and take his position on the perimeter.
Sit down.
Put your hands behind your back.
Hands behind your back. I'm not gonna...
Obviously, it was a small mistake, but I'm glad it happened, because now hopefully he'll learn from it and it won't happen again. And that's why it's called training. Hopefully it'll humble him a little bit, because I think ever since he became a movie star, he's getting a little cocky.
As the unit returns to their staging area, Dave has a moment to reflect on his mistake.
I feel pretty bad. I do. I don't like letting people down. So I know the hits are gonna come, so you just gotta roll with the punches.
Well, he probably doesn't feel as bad because it was SRT 30 he let down, not 20. So. Yeah, probably not as bad.
Back at the staging area, Manny makes sure that the rookie suffers for his error.
Let's start off with the route. Usually I just say the route was good, but that's not in this case. The rook, I guess, got a little overwhelmed and flustered, and just about missed a turn. Yes. He stopped very abruptly. You make a stop like that, you know, you're causing a lot of aggravation on the guys, not to mention the fact that one of them could slip off the Bearcat. When I asked everybody, Rivera, are you satisfied? Chino, you satisfied? Lieutenant, are you satisfied? That means, do you have any questions? Are you okay with what your job is? Does the house look good to you? Is there any problem at all? You said you were satisfied.
That's correct.
Anyway, that's why you're in training.
Anyway, what we're going to do now is about 3,000 push-ups. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
See these veins? They're going to be a little big.
All right, listen up. All right, so moving on. Did you learn from this experience? That's all that matters.
Yeah. Listen, bro, we're learning. That's it. So that's it. From here on out, it's back to square zero, right? You're going to get hit, but that's it. Now you're back in the game and everything's fine. We're back to relax, fun, and concentration all at the same time, all right?
There you go.
Trust me, you're good?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, you're going to do that.
Over the last few years, armed robbery in Miami-Dade County has been steadily increasing. Gonzo's RID unit is busier than ever, having made over 5,000 arrests last year.
Desk job is not for me. Let me tell you something. That's one thing I didn't take this job for. I love coming out. I like driving around. This car is my office. I have a desk now at headquarters, and you seldomly see me there. If I go there once a week, that's a lot, man. So basically, I gotta be out here running after people, chasing after bad guys, you know. If you ask my wife or any of my coworkers, you know, they tell me I'm crazy, but you know what? This is what I like. I've always wanted to be a cop since I was a kid.
Having been brought up in one of the poorest neighborhoods in New York, Gonzo was an eyewitness to crime from an early age.
So I used to have a first row seat to crime because my window, I lived on the second floor there, and as a kid I grew up just looking out my window. Obviously I wasn't allowed out all the time because of all the crime that was going around, but I would just sit in my window. I watched people get robbed, people doing drugs, cars getting burglarized. So, you know, that made me very street smart. You know, I knew how the criminals acted, I knew how they worked, I knew how they thought. I love it every time the police would come and they would be doing something in my neighborhood. I was always fascinated by that.
Suddenly, Gonzo is told over the radio of a theft that's very close by.
The car in front of him stolen.
The thief dumps the stolen car in a housing estate in the district of Opa-locka. He then tries to escape on foot.
We got him in an apartment. Go south. Brady's right here, south. I got the rear. Brady's got him in an apartment. Just go right there. It's in the middle. There was two more in the car, but this is the driver. So that's what matters. This guy's going to get charged with the auto theft.
The suspect is later charged with grand theft auto and resisting arrest. Gonzo must now deal with the irate residents who've just discovered what has happened to the stolen car.
Yeah, I hope y'all caught him, because if I would have seen him, I'd have went back there and pointed him out for your ass. I am not scared around here. But I seen you guys running from upstairs. I seen everybody running. I was like, oh shit, got action over here. We always got action over here. Too much action. I'm upset about that shit. I work hard. I'm a sister that work hard. I got 3 children, and all my baby daddies is in prison. Well, every single last one of them got big fed time. I ain't used to this shit. I ain't used to that and all, but I try to get out here and do the best I can to take care of me and mine. I don't take from nobody, and I don't hurt nobody. And it ain't
Checo's got a lot of the info. Just check with him. Did he tell you? Did he talk to Checo?
To me, every day's a different day. Every car stop's a different car stop. You got to take everything, with a grain of salt. You got to be very on your toes. Remembering that at the end of the day, you want to go home in one piece. No bullet holes, no injuries. Sometimes we'll get into minor scrapes, little scratches here and there. But as long as you're not dead, you're not shot, you're not stabbed, that's always going to be a good thing for work.
The sun may be setting, but rookie Dave Rivera has 2 more warrants to do on his training day.
All right, listen up. I'm going to be executing a narcotics search.
And his team leader Manny is still enjoying giving him some stick.
You know what? This is, Darren, your crew hasn't met the rookie yet, have they? No. Rook, come on up here.
Have fun.
Guys, we got a new Rook on SRT. He's been here a little over a month. Give him a good introduction.
My name is Dave Rivera. I've been on for 4 years. Been SRT in a little over a month. Born and raised in Miami, Florida. Went to the University of Miami after graduation, came here.
You like him already, huh? Listen, for everybody else, I knew he was gonna fall in love with you the minute you said that, but everybody else, let's go, Rook.
And live at home with my mom, 26 years old.
I love you, Mom!
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
I know. And I drive a Mini Cooper.
Wow. Is your girlfriend still at the massage parlor?
Oh, that's right, thank you. She works in the massage parlors. What else?
I don't know, it's your life, tell him!
That's about it. Struggling a little bit today.
Darren, he's got a little bit of problem with teamwork. Obviously, he never played any team sports or anything like that. He's having a little problem with teamwork. But anyway, and making the right turn where he's supposed to turn. Fire rescue, do you guys have any questions for him? Anybody else, any questions? All right, we're gonna come up. Rivera's driving the Bearcat. It's gonna come out wide here, okay?
Manny wants to test the rookie even further. For this warrant, not only will Dave be driving the Bearcat, but he'll be required to pull the security gates off the front door, known as a bar pull, so that the team can enter the house.
All right. Once we're back, I'll call pull, all right? Again, Rivera, that only comes from me, okay? Pull. Anybody have any questions?
When you drive up, watch your route going in so you know exactly where you're going to pull out, so you know what your surroundings.
Darren, what vehicle you driving?
It's easy, bro. You got it. Don't overthink it, relax, and have fun.
Rescue, if you can. Haven't been in his position years ago. Obviously, the kid's, he's a good kid. He's a sharp kid. That's obviously why I'm giving him the shot. But, he's got a lot of pressure on him. He doesn't want to screw up. He knows these guys are going to ridicule him if he does mess up. And even more importantly than that is the safety of the team, where he deploys, and making sure that the door doesn't hit anybody as he's pulling. So he's got a lot of pressure on him. I understand. My money's on him. I'm sure he's going to do well.
If the rookie delays pulling the bars off the doors, not only will the suspects have time to get rid of the evidence, but the team will lose their element of surprise and could come under fire. For this warrant, the lives of his colleagues are in his hands.
Make a right turn. We're going to stop about half block up. Make the switch onto the Bearcat.
Nice and easy.
Smooth.
Smooth as fast.
All right, let's make the swap.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! moving. Keep on moving. Get him out of the way. Get him out of the way. Keep on moving. Fuck out. Get out of the car. Get out. Pull. Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant!
Go. Need a point.
Yes, sir.
Need a point. LT. Got it.
Whilst the suspected drug dealer is led off, the rookie's colleagues acknowledge his perfect bar pull.
I think for his first pull, is a very good job. Right on time, good pull. The pull was good. I gotta give him some credit on the pull. He made up for everything else.
Gonzo's eventful day patrolling the meanest streets of Miami is far from over. He's just been informed of a possible assault and bike robbery.
All we heard was a pound, and then we fell on the ground, and some boy got on the bike and left.
Having allegedly been punched in the face, the teenage victim suffers a seizure.
We don't know if it's 29 yet, but the subject, they saw a guy right off on the victim's vehicle. It's a black beach cruiser. Black male.
A witness to the assault names the alleged teenage offender.
How old is his name?
I don't care.
The subject that's on the bike should be called. You know which way he went? Did you see how far?
No, all I see him go that way. That's when I came looking at him.
How old is
He probably about, what, 15 to 16?
black male, 15 to 16 years old.
Gonzo issues a BOLO, an acronym for Be on the Lookout, to all police officers in the neighborhood. All units immediately speed off to try and find the offender.
Yeah, I'm pulling up to you now. Where are you at, east or west side? Right here.
What was the description of the second one?
10 minutes later, the suspect and the bike are found. It's now time for Gonzo to question the young man.
Hey, you ever played cards before? How about if I told you I got all the cards and I know what happened? Okay, where'd you get the bike from, man? You sure you didn't hit him?
No, I hit him.
Sure?
Yeah.
Did you push him? Red 120.
120.
Yeah, advise the unit handling that 29 at Lincoln Fields. Right now, we got a possible subject in custody at 48 Terrace and 32 Avenue.
A witness to the theft is brought in to identify the suspect. A powerful light is shone in the suspect's face so that the witness cannot be identified.
And what they're going to do now is they're going to ID him and see if we got the right guy. Cure you? Okay. Yeah, they just ID'd him now as the guy. So the officer's going to transport the witness back to the scene, and they're going to come back and pick him up. And then he's going to be transported to the Robbery Bureau so the detective could interview him.
With a positive ID, the suspect is later charged with battery. He joins the 10 teenagers every day that are prosecuted for violent crime in Miami-Dade County.
Structure is the 11th structure west of Northwest 29 Avenue. Structure is pink in color with brown trim and a dark colored roof.
In Dave the Rookie's final warrant of his training day, his team, Unit 30, must arrest a group of suspected drug dealers.
Structure is the 11th structure west of Northwest 29 Avenue and is on the south side of Northwest 207 Street. All right, we're gonna make the swap onto the Bearcat right here. So hurry it up. As soon as we come to a stop, hurry it up.
The rookie did so well with his last bar pull that he's been given the job again. It's another chance to impress his team leader, Manny.
Rivera's gonna come out wide and go into the drive gate. It's gonna stop short, let everybody deploy, get to their positions, and I'll do the wrap.
Watch out, watch out, watch out! Block left, block left. Oh, block right there.
To go pretty well so far. The pull probably could have gone a little bit better. It looks like when I pulled, the door broke in half almost. Looks like I only took the top part section of the bars, but at least it seemed to have gotten open. So
hopefully it wasn't too much of a holdup for these guys.
You got anything sharp in your pockets?
Have a seat. On your ass, face down.
Overall, David Rivera did a good job. The fact that the inside tubes took off or ripped off really have nothing to do with him, but overall he did a great job.
As SRT wraps up for the day, Gonzo finishes off his shift with a routine traffic stop.
What's up, boss? How you doing, sir? No weapons in the car?
After checking out the occupants of the car, Gonzo invites the young men to take part in a community bonding exercise.
You ready? We got a lot of weight on, dog. Look, right here, I got a gun, got magazines, I got a bulletproof vest.
And the youngsters seem keen to prove their fitness.
You all right back there? You straight? We good? You covered. Victor, man, I like your motivation, brother. Stay out of trouble, all right, man?
Hey,
see that? Those guys are gonna go home today. They're gonna talk good things about us.
2, 3, 4.
Across town, Unit 30 are doing some bonding of their own. In the spirit of all for one and one for all, the team are serving out the rookie's punishment together. It seems that Dave has finally been accepted by his band of brothers.
Nobody here from 20, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Remember that? Yes, sir. What's this, 13?
Yeah, the guys, they rip on me a lot, and they might make fun of me, but I know deep down that if they didn't like me, they probably wouldn't even talk to me whatsoever. So that it actually builds a lot of camaraderie, builds a lot more trust, and I'm sure as my tenure starts to grow here, I'll be able to hit back a little bit too. It's a great feeling to know that when you come to work, you're not really going to work, you're going to go hang out with a bunch of your buddies. And that's just something that I really appreciate.